Colorado has been inundated with earthquakes today. The latest being 4.3. It's an earthquake swarm right there. Colorado, right next to Utah. And we know that there we are. The red is the past hour. The blue is the past day. And the one to the west is 3.6. Very shallow. And about 100 people have felt it, reported feeling it to USGS. And we'll see that this is a very strange area because of the fact that there is magma not far to the west of that, if not underneath that. We know Kansas has, just above there, has at least 13 kimberlite diamond-spewing volcanoes. We see that it's flanked by rivers, and the first thing we learn in Geology 101 is that every river is a fault line, but it's on a mountaintop right there. And if we pull out, we'll see that the shake frequencies are basically have shaken not only Colorado, but the neighboring states. And we see out of the west, we see the known fault lines. And we pull out, we see that above there we have Salt Lake. We know that magma runs from Baja California through that area, up Salt Lake, north up to the Yellowstone supervolcano right there in northwest Wyoming. All that has magma underneath. It's like a Y-shaped thing. The western hand arm goes through the San Andreas Fault and all those high-threat volcanoes in California. And the eastern arm goes right here through Salt Lake and Utah, in Wyoming's Yellowstone. So we see that we have a lot of, well, the earthquakes are pretty big. 4.3 is not small. There we go. That's Yellowstone Lake. That's above the crater of the supervolcano. And pulling out, we see Utah, Salt Lake right under there. That's magma passing under there. And we do have earthquakes there. You see the yellow ones are the past week. And that's the earthquake swarm here. Those earthquakes are all above 2.5. Under 2.5, we've had a lot more there. So these are all today's earthquakes. Okay, about 120, about 100 people felt that one from this morning. That's it right there. As we can see, it's shaken all of Colorado. And we do have fault lines there as well. That's Wyoming, the Yellowstone supervolcano with the lake right there, the magma under there. And it's shaken. There we go. It's shaken, and we see that we have Kansas right next. As we said, Kansas has 13 diamond-spewing volcanoes. We have Texas, Colorado, Utah. Okay, so what is there? I mean, what could have caused all these earthquake swarms? Well, pulling into the map, let's go in deeper and see what we can see. A little bit deeper and deeper still. At one point it'll stop. But what are those little white things? Okay, that's hydrofracking. Fracking wells. Right there. All those are fracking wells. There you go. And so we know that these fracking wells induce seismicity, as in case elsewhere in the world, there's evidence that some central and eastern North American earthquakes have been triggered, caused by human activities that have altered the stress conditions in Earth's crust sufficiently to induce faulting. Activities that have induced felt earthquakes in some geological environments have included impoundment of water behind dams, injection of fluid into the Earth's crust, that's fracking, extraction of fluid or gas, and removal of rock in mining. In much of eastern central North America, the number of earthquakes suspected of having been induced is much smaller than the number of natural earthquakes. But in some regions, such as south central states, this is what we're talking about here, a significant majority of recent earthquakes are thought by many seismologists to have been human-induced. Even within areas with many human-induced earthquakes, though, the activity that seems to induce seismicity at one location may be taking place at other locations without inducing felt earthquakes. So it seems that this is what has caused them. It could be this. It could be just regular, normal seismic activity. We don't know. But all of you there, please be careful and alert. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.